All right. Good morning, everyone. We'll open the doors up. Welcome to Tradingology.com's trading room for my brother's birthday, April 21st. Looks like it's slow on the door. We'll keep letting people in. You have to have the waiting room with Zoom these days. Good to see you guys. Let me know if you can hear me. I think I got my speakers up, so when Dave gets in, I should be able to hear him.
Good morning.
Hey, there's Dave. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Greg. Good morning. Andre, Ken, Isham. Oh, the entire gang is here.
Well, we've had an interesting few days already, huh?
Interesting? Oh, yeah.
Greg says loud and clear. Greg, is that Greg from our trading room? Just commented?
Gotcha. Yes.
Greg was just commenting how he's leveraging the new strategy and he's coming out profitable. So well done, sir.
Exactly what you want to hear.
Morning, Mark.
Andre, good morning. We got a full house here.
Yeah, it looks like Zoom's taking its sweet time on letting people in. I see people on joining, so
okay.
They're cruising in.
I see Curtis here.
We might have a special guest.
Oh, really?
That's going to lurk with us. We'll see. He might just stay quiet. We'll find out.
Oh.
You might know him.
Yeah, we've had a couple of interesting days, huh? Wow.
Yeah, between oil yesterday and the 10-year now, and now we're just totally dropping as we start this. I'm glad I got my trading done.
Yeah, let's we got a couple more we need to let in here, or we good to go?
Looks like everyone's in now. I'll just keep watching the door to see if new people show up.
All right. Yeah, we're negative. We're back down to minus 2,000 on the internals, and we've got the volume heading down pretty quickly.
I noticed volume was
not
joining until just recently. Look at how volume was lagging.
Yep.
These big gaps that we had, right? Now it's actually coming back up and we see the move.
Yeah.
Once volume comes back to where it's supposed to meet there, like we typically see it, that's why we see this happening now. We'll pull over a quick one.
Right.
And over 2%. The tech is down 3.5% on the NDX.
Yeah, I made a comment in the real-time update service last night. I don't know if you saw it yesterday afternoon.
I did this morning. I think I was late on the draw on that one.
Yep, 10 a.m. yesterday. I said, why the focus on tech? Investment thesis as follows. Tech stocks are driven by consumerism. Consumers will be hit hard and will continue hurting more than we've seen to date as we continue this health and economic decline. So my thesis was basically we're going to get killed on tech. And so that's why I took a Q put position, a bear put spread yesterday.
That's got to be doing very well at this time, unless you pulled your profits off already.
Nope, I'm hanging in there. It's doing very well.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed you had quite a few opportunities. So if anyone's not in that real-time service and they're curious, definitely hit up support at strongmarket.com. Dave is providing many things on that one. As he says, that was just one of the, I think it was 3 or 4 new setups you had in there, wasn't it?
Yep, gold silver ratio, the Q bear put spread. I mean, I got a 50-point spread for $6.53. That was cheap, very cheap, and that's 60 days out.
There you go. Mark says thanks. So he's in on the Qs with you.
Awesome. Long silver ratio went up a little bit today, but I expect it to drop under 100. We got a lot of negatives on the spreadsheet yesterday. So we had ABS remains high, and that's one of the things that I've kind of been talking about a lot. I mean, even after the advance we saw, like 20% advance in stocks, ABS has remained high, which means we're still in a bear market. And so that's why I took that VXX trade. The VXX trade I put on Friday at the close. I have never hit the top like that before in my life. 10 minutes before the close, 350, I put on this VXX spread, a long three-legged box spread. That thing is just crushing it in the last 2 days.
Nice. That's one thing that's interesting is somehow we've been able to peg tops or bottoms without even trying recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I love how you brought back the three-legged box spread too, which is one of the tried and true strategies that's been in Tradingology since almost day one, right?
Well, I like it in this environment. Besides the MES and the MYM trading that I do, I like to have a non-volatile spread. So three-legged box spread is relatively non-volatile. And it also means that if things do get volatile, it itself doesn't get volatile that much. It's nice and, it's a nice trending pattern, and you take advantage of those high premiums and the deltas.
Yeah, it has its built-in hedge there for itself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys aren't doing that, man, go back and review the course. I think you'll get a lot out of it, especially in high volatility environments. Morning, Stephen. Shankar, good morning.
Welcome, Brad. Good to see you, sir. You might know that name, Dave.
Is this your mystery guest?
It is.
Brad, my buddy. What's up, man?
Brad's coming to check us out.
Good.
We might welcome him to the trading community since he was a trader at heart. And Brad, just let me know if you want to come on mic. I can unmute you, but we don't expect anything. But I'm happy to see that you're able to join us.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I did notice that you came out with is a new indicator on the on the market timer spreadsheet here.
Yes. So that new indicator, I was going to do a separate video, but actually we can cover it now, and you can put it in, and I'll link to I'll link to the Tradingology YouTube video here.
Okay.
When this goes live. But the buy sell is basically the X factor, the 3-day sum of the X factor. So I've been following this for quite a while. Every time it hits like a high and it starts moving down, we get a nice sell-off. So we hit 18. Anything between 15 and 25 is like on the high end. And then when you have an increase in the pipeline and you have the AVS really high and you've got a sharp increase in MT vol, all of those things add up and you get the buy sell signal. So when it's high, 15 to 20, 25, it's a good sell signal. You want to see it coming down first before you get into a short position. And the same thing on the short side when it's down below like 20, 25. Those are the times when you want to start taking a look at some longer positions. Like that was a perfect one right there, especially when we had the bullish shorting starting on the -7. So
like you always say, right? You read it all together. You don't just use one by itself. We have herding coming in. We got the swing signals turning up here. We got bearish herding going away. We got flow coming down. We got the buy sell now coming down. So that's a good entry for a long. And look at these 4 days.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah. You want to take a look at all of those indicators. Bullish shorting is very, very important. Probably one of the most important things. You want to see flow in the pipeline starting to come down. And that's a nice long position right there.
Of course, Sham says, can you make that into a script?
Yeah, actually, because I've got the X factor already as a script in beta, so it wouldn't be hard to put this together, not at all. I think that's a great idea. Sham, I will do that. And for anybody who's premium, who's a premium buyer, it's part of the spreadsheet. Anything that's part of the spreadsheet is automatically a free upgrade. Yep.
Awesome. Excuse me. Losing my voice already today.
I know, we just got started.
Right? It's because I'm so fired up.
So really interesting stuff. Oil, negative. Holy cow. Talk about the implications of a wide world. Really, this has implications that go far beyond the health crisis, far beyond the economy. We're talking about oil prices going negative. And yeah, West Texas, look at this. I mean, they don't have a place to store it. So everybody's saying, well, why is it how can it go negative? Well, a futures contract can go negative on a physically delivered commodity because of the storage costs. And if you have a glut of a commodity, they have to put it someplace. And what they're doing by doing this is that they're saying, hey, look, we have no place to put it. We don't have any more storage capacity. We have to go out and find storage capacity, which is going to cost money. And so you're going to be, if you're a holder of this particular contract, you're going to be paying for it. And so now a negative futures contract, this is really interesting, right? This has never happened in the history of mankind. What happens in a negative futures contract? I guess you can buy and sell it just like any other futures contract.
I've never seen anything negative in any chart like this. Like, my wife's like, how do you buy it now? Buy it when it's negative, right? I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
It is insane. Because what happens is if you hold on to this futures contract and you get out before the data that rolls over to the delivery of the physical contract, you're going to end up paying to have it delivered to your. So not only did you put the margin on the contract, but now you have to have delivery. You're going to have delivery of those of the barrels of oil.
Yeah, so the suppliers are paying people to take their oil.
Yeah.
How is it to buy something and get paid to buy it? I want that, and I'll take money too. Thank you.
I mean, this has repercussions way beyond the price, because this is a indicator broadly used across the world as a economic indicator. So it is ridiculously. It's showing how much capacity and how much economic activity has been sucked right out of the economy around the world. That's what it really represents. It represents that economic activity. And you know what else it really affects? The petrodollar. Everybody has to transact in oil, in USD, to buy oil. And what does that do to the US dollar? And I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing the 10-year note going to 5.5 or 0.55. I don't know how that's ever going to recover.
Yeah, no time soon, that's for sure.
No. This is really disastrous.
This at the same time, look at the average price of gas for each year and how it just totally fell off here. And now we're on a slight uptick, but this doesn't have, this is old. This is back to 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm watching the USO just get absolutely hammered today. It's down 20%. Now that can't go negative. It'll go to zero. It could go to zero though. I mean, we had what was it 1 cent yesterday? Was that WTI? No, it wasn't. It wasn't WTI. It was Brent. I think it was Brent. I'm not sure, but one of them went to 1 cent. I mean,
Yeah, oil ticker itself is at 238 right now. I believe that's its all-time low. Let me zoom up a little bit here. Hey, look at that gap down. Oh, here's a fun one too. Check this out. From the same lines, the regular crude oil, CL. Watch this daily chart.
Oh. Talk about pain. Do you know how many oil companies and the little guys in Texas are going to just get completely wiped out by this? I mean, they're going to be completely wiped out. They're gone. I mean, they're going to be bankrupt. It's just insane. The refineries have got to be dying with the. I mean, they can't take any more oil to refine at this point. Where are they going to put the gas?
Yeah, no one's using it. There's nowhere to store it anymore.
Yeah, nobody's using it. Nobody's driving.
Less planes are flying.
and oil is used in manufacturing. All the manufacturing is closed.
Right.
It's insane. And Brad says, just observing, my friends. Good morning to all. Good morning to you, Brad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have a few members, or at least one I know for sure that's is he in here this morning? He's probably working, I think, actually. Yeah, he's not here right now. Or he's in the oil industry, and it's just crushing him. That's why he's able to start replacing some of his income trading our strategies. So he's very happy with that. But yeah, he's got front row seat to it, where he's been talking for months like, dude, there's bad stuff coming. So he saw this coming 2-3 months ago.
Yeah. Wow.
I should have shorted the CL contract when he told me that.
So what are you guys' thoughts? I mean, this is really actually insane, right? I mean, this is just absolutely insane. It's gonna have broad implications for the economy, for future production. It's driving the 10-year. I think that's the prime catalyst to driving the 10-year to a 10-year note at 0.5%, half percent. What does the yield curve look like now? Let's take a look at the yield curve real quick.
Holy cow, look at while we're gone. Just those few minutes talking.
Yep, almost down 600 points. See, this is the whole point of this oil thing. This oil thing is kind of like it shows what's really going on in the economy. If oil is not strong, the economy, it just is at a halt. I mean, it really is at that point where there is no economy left. There is no velocity of money. There is no production going on in the world because oil is a big commodity for production. Yeah, we're going to go negative, I think, on the short term. We've got a good spread. We should be that the yield curve should be starting to expand. But it doesn't mean that they all can't go negative, right? And so, yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to go.
Or will they be like last time and just put zeros here because they don't understand? It'll be -5, but they can't put a negative on this webpage because they don't understand how to program that.
Yeah, they really need to upgrade their website and allow negative signs to go in there.
Steve says, I'm just glad we have you to teach us how to make money when everything else is collapsing. That's the beautiful thing. Once you learn the markets, it doesn't matter if it's going up, down, or sideways. You use the right strategy and you can be profitable. Absolutely, Stephen.
Yeah.
So we're happy to help.
Absolutely. And I try to stay in my lane, and my lane has always been volatility. I have studied volatility. I love volatility. And so when I saw Friday, we're up 700 points on the Dow, I just went all in on that VXX trade because I said, this is ridiculous. There's no way this volatility is not going to continue to run higher. And I love volatility. I've gotten killed on other trades. I mean, if I see, sometimes I'll do a trade, I'll say, oh, this looks like a good trade. This looks like a good trade. But it's just like somebody who specializes in business. You want to stay in your lane. And for me, volatility is my lane. And so sometimes I veer off into different directions and I get killed. I just don't do well. So my suggestion to you guys is learn Dan's strategy for MES. If you want daily trading profits, this is the way that you can do it and stay in that lane. If you're good at it, if you can get a handle on it and you trade that market, you'll get to know it like the back of your hand. And that is where real skill comes from. You trade the same thing every single day. You get to know it really well. It's like the guy who is maybe he's a special. You think specialist like in the medical field. If he's a neurosurgeon, well, he's not going to do something in I don't know, cardiology.
Knee replacement surgery, yeah.
Yeah, or knee replacements or cardiology. He's not going to come in and say, oh yeah, I can do the cardiology thing. No, he's focused on neurology. And so you have to think about trading the exact same way. You have to focus on that thing that you're really, really good at and you know well. And for me, that's volatility. And for a lot of you guys who are looking for that income, the Dan's MES Masterclass is the ideal thing to get into. Absolutely.
We are over halfway to a potential, or is it? No, it's 5% on futures and 7%. So we're not quite halt material yet. We've
No,
taken a
not yet.
break from halting the markets, but just always keep one eye on that too, right? If that SPX hits 7%,
Yeah.
we'll be
If it gets close to 7%, I'm getting out of my VXX trade. That's for sure. I mean, the VXS chart is just like, I mean, we're up almost 10% on the VXS today. We were up 7% yesterday.
We'll take a look at that guy too. That's the one screen that always gives me troubles when I'm doing all this. Yeah, you think that gap didn't work in your favor?
Yeah.
Nice. Come on, toss. Thinkorswim loves me.
That was a good 6 months worth of trading income for me right there. That was a nice move. I don't like the way it's coming up against, yeah. I don't like the way it's coming up against that moving average. Which one is that?
That is.
Don't tell me it's the 50. If it's a 50, I'm in trouble.
It's a simple 30.
Okay, I'm good then. I don't pay attention to the 50s.
You're already past the 50, I think.
All right, good.
You got clear sailing above that one too. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Nowhere to go but up from there.
Yeah, I think the next move down, which we've just started, is going to really be a very, very sharp and a very, very severe one. I think it'll take us all the way down to that 15K level that we've been talking about. So we got quite a ways to go here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us. I mean, that's 7,000, 8,000 points away right now on the futures, at least.
Well, and that's the thing too, is you always hear about people when they get worried and when they don't get worried. I didn't hear a lot of people that were worried yet. I heard a lot of people asking me, "Hey, is this a good time to buy?" We had a little, big drop here. Nobody was scared yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. I was helping somebody out with their 401k the other day, a friend of mine, and I mean, they were down like 30%. In the last 2 weeks, they went back up, and so on Thursday night, the Dow futures were up about 500-600 points, and I think they hit 800 at one point. And I said, tomorrow's going to be a big day. It's your time to get out.
Yep.
And they called up their 401k administrator. They said, skip me out. They got out Friday at the close. They made almost all of their money back except about 5%.
Nice. That's awesome.
So, yeah, they were only down 5%. And they sent me a bottle of champagne.
That's what I was telling a few friends that we saw at a appropriate distance on Saturday, where I said, they're like, "Yeah, my stuff's doing great. Thanks for that little tip you gave me on XYZ, whatever it was." I forget even who it was at this point. It was more the Wealth Masterclass speaking long-term stuff that I was helping them with. And I said, "Wait, hey," I said, "I'll tell you what." I said, "Whatever you got, you probably want to pull it off now." I said, "Because we're getting ready for another trip down." They're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "That's not what I wanted to hear." I'm like, "I know." I'm like, "That's the key, is people don't sell when they're supposed to, when they're in profits." I'm like, that's the problem that everybody has.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Oh my God, I didn't even think of it like that." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't sell when you've lost all of your money. You sell when you have money to pocket."
Well, see, I was telling them about in December and January. I said, this is the time to go into a money market, government fund, or something, because you don't want. I mean, they had Amazon, they had Facebook, they had Apple, they had a lot of tech stocks. I mean, they were in some high flyers. And I said, "Now's the time to get out." And they said, "No, I'm making money though." And I said, "Yeah, but we got some problems coming." And I had no idea at that time. I didn't even hear, but I mean, Corona was on the back burner. It wasn't even it wasn't even a headline yet.
It was only known about in certain circles at that time.
Yeah, and so then he went through this terrible decline, and it came back, and he said, "Well, are we all clear now?" I said, "No, no."
This is just a pause.
Yeah, it's a pause.
Hey, good to see you, Keith.
Intermission in the show.
Right.
Hey, Keith. Good morning.
We didn't miss any questions here, did we? I don't
No.
believe
So
so.
everybody just saying hello.
Nice.
This deflationary scenario is still, I mean, we've been talking about this since last year. You know, deflation. Deflation is the key here. It's gonna hit us ever since that September repo night.
17th. That day will live in infamy. I will never forget September 17th.
Yeah, 10%. Boom. That was the key right there.
Andre says, any comments on developments with XRP? It's still on my.
They had a fantastic blog post yesterday. Brianne Madigan, who's their global head of markets, had a fantastic post. I would definitely go read that at ripple.com. She's talking about the fact that the bond markets are really very, very key to all of the markets. And if liquidity is locked up in those markets, then we're going to have a real hard time trying to stabilize the economy, I think. And she made a very good case for the fact that that's what XRP was created for. XRP was created to free up that liquidity. I mean, right now, they're having a real hard time finding a buyer. And when they started selling off, they're starting to get a little bit of a bid now. But, you know, it still takes a day to settle a bond trade. It takes 3 days for stocks, so it takes a day for bonds. And a day can be a day too late when you need the liquidity. So pretty interesting. I think, yeah, there it is right there. Liquidity in global markets.
It's a whole 4-minute read. I think you can handle that one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. She says, at the most basic premise, liquidity refers to the ease in which assets can be converted into cash without dislocating the market. And she mentioned specifically the marketplace for U.S. Treasury bonds. So it's a very good read. That's an incredible development right there, and a lot of banks are starting to use XRP, and I think good things are coming. Real good things are coming.
So where you find that easily, if you just go to ripple.com, what I did is I went to resources, I believe it was, and blog, and there it is right there on their blog page. So that's how you can find that and go check it out.
Yeah, the crypto market in general, though, I mean, they're still following the crypto market, and they're just kind of, I mean, they're actually up today. See, now we've had a negative correlation of crypto, or a positive correlation with crypto and the stock market for the past couple of weeks. But today we're starting to see a negative correlation, and long term, there is a negative correlation because since 2017 until present, we've had a declining crypto market, and we've had a rally in stocks. So we've been negatively correlated over the last several years. And so now we're starting to see that negative correlation come back in.
When is the last time you saw a negative 60 on the strength indicator?
Yeah, I know. I saw that this morning on the NYSE. It was way down. It was like minus 100. Yeah, it was minus 100 there.
101.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is probably one of the more extremes. Yeah. And the NASDAQ was actually a little bit positive this morning on the SD and the NQ, I think. Or on the ST and the ND.
Yeah, just barely.
Just barely, yeah. For a few
Under
seconds.
a 1. We're still opening at that time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to see it on my charts. And we got to do this scaling in. This is crazy movements again. How many hundreds are we down now? 651.
Yeah. Remember, I mean, it's only been a few weeks where we were down on some days 2,000 points, right? And we hit those circuit breakers. I mean, it's really kind of crazy.
We'll go longer term. Check out that daily chart. See where we got some potential support. or see how far away 50. Oh, there's that fun line again.
Oh yeah, keep showing up.
Right? It's funny how they keep coming back.
Yeah, what level was that? 21 something.
I think that was a super old trend line from like 2000. That's where those two converged there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We dip below it, then rally back up.
Yeah.
So we've tested all this. So the scary part is it always moves through faster the second time, right?
Yeah.
We might get to that 15 before you know it.
Yeah.
No predictions, just observations.
Yeah. If we hit those, I mean, if we get a few more days like that, those 2,000 point days that we had, it won't take long.
I always like going to those big time frames and looking at the big picture. Yeah, we had a couple strong weeks. We're 2 days into this one and look at the size of the weekly bar already. Completely engulfed last week. All of last week is now gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's their support back here. That's what that top line was.
Yeah, blew right through that.
Look at how the week closed and then opened right off that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember we were looking at this one. It was hugging the top of it. Now it's moving back down. It's turning down the little orange moving average there. That's trouble.
It is. It is. If we stay below, and that's the 200.
That was the. Yep, that's the simple 200. You got it.
Yeah, we stayed below that 200. Oof, that's not good.
Sean wants to know if there's any way that the strength demand supply, the strength and supply demand scripts can be tweaked so they work on the YMES and well, RTY is a different source. That's why there isn't ones on that. And there is specific ones for NQ. YMES are all based on the S&P 500, so those are the same scripts. Isham, are you looking for something different? Or are you just looking to apply it to a YM/ES chart?
Yeah, I use the NY for
For pre-market hours he's talking.
No, because both the SD and the ST use internal market data. And so the market has to be open.
Yep. So yeah, there's not a way to do that, Isham.
Yeah. So what we use is the ST scripts, the price script, the SM price scripts, price signals.
Yep. Those guys are good all day long. It's not based on the indexes.
Right. I'm surrounded by monitors here. I have them all going at the same time.
Oh, and just a quick heads up, guys. I think I have some people coming to do work in my house on Thursday, so we might not have a Thursday session. I will let you know for sure tomorrow. It probably wouldn't work well with a bunch of construction happening or just noise in general. So this might be our only one this week.
Yeah.
Sham says, just wanted to know if we could get something similar for after hours, pre-market hours.
I am actually working on another indicator similar to the SM price signals that kind of does a confirmation. It's a slightly different formula. It's still a few weeks away though. I think I'm working on it now. But I like the idea. See, what I did with the SM price signals is I used it as a substitute for actual volume, because actual volume very frequently will lie about what's going on in the market. And so the price signals is kind of like a substitute volume if it was honest. And what I'm doing is I'm working on another indicator that's an upper study that will confirm the SM price signals. So I should have that coming out hopefully, as soon as I possibly can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you have to remember, Isham, too. Are you getting greedy? You're already making four figures with your strategy, right?
Yeah.
Ken wants to know if we think that 15,000 is where it's going to settle until after the election. I don't know if it's going to settle there or not. I just think that's an interesting target on where we could get to. What happens once we get there is anyone's ball game, in my opinion. Dave has much better insights than I do, but I'm not saying I might bounce off it. I'm just saying that's where people would be scared, and it could be your Warren Buffett moment. We'll see.
Hmm.
Yeah, Dave is a genius, Asham. That's why he makes all this fun. You're welcome, Ken. I hope that helped.
Yeah, I study price and I study volatility. The indicator that I'm thinking of is going to be specifically used for the VXX. Like I said, volatility is my thing. I love studying volatility. So it's price signals plus a volatility indicator. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm still working on it though, because I got the idea in my head and now it's just trying to get it into a formulaic study.
Get it on paper.
Get it on, yeah, get it in there and have it work.
Is revving up and lunchtime coming for Wall Street, so should be entering chop time soon. That's quite the move off the morning, that's for sure.
See, now it looks like crypto selling off a little bit too, which is not what I want to see. We'll see if it follows stocks. Oh my gosh, the USO was at $3. It's down 20%. Now, when that thing hits, like, I mean, man, if it dips under 50 cents, I think I'll be a buyer at that level. Not financial advice. But if that thing dips under 50 cents, I think I'm going to pick up some.
$2.99. It's like the old gas prices.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be curious for a poll for you guys. What's gas in your areas? We're down to last I saw 119.
119?
Yep. And that was 2 days ago. I haven't looked in a couple days.
That is depression level gas prices.
Yeah, we were talking. We're like, when's the last time you saw that? When I started driving, I'm 47. I mean, I saw 89, 99 cents a gallon when I was a kid. We're approaching those levels again. Some places are actually 99 cents. That's maybe 5 miles away from me last week. South Carolina, 155.
Yeah, we're still up around $2 up here.
Yeah, that's because you're in New York, Dave. Everything's expensive for you, even in upstate, right?
Yeah, upstate's expensive for some reason. Yeah, you guys got it made here in Minnesota.
79 cents in Michigan. Oh, when you were a kid, I thought you were going to say right now, Stephen.
Wow. Yeah. I don't remember what gas was when I was a kid. That was back in when I first started driving, it was 1976.
It must have been like a nickel or something, right?
Oh my God. It could have been. I have no idea.
How big was the tank on that Model T?
Thanks.
I got to have some fun, right? If you can't laugh, you're just crying.
Let me Google it. Let me see what they say. Because I think it was like $1. Maybe it was less, but I don't know.
Probably.
Gas prices in 1974, because I was 16 when I started driving.
Keith's asking if I was in any MBS trades this morning. I did take one this morning. It was shortly after the open, and I'm happy to say it worked just like the rest of them have. So there was a few people that did take them in the room as well, right around it. So it wasn't done the live trading room. We had it closed out before. That's why I'm testing this new time for today. This may or may not be the time going forward. We'll see.
Okay, well, you were close, Dan. It was 36 cents.
Ooh. We might get there too. That's crazy.
No, I'm sorry, 53 cents. 53, 72 is 36 cents, and 74 is 53 cents. So it shot up a little bit. But you think about it, though, that's 1974. It was 53 cents. Now it's only twice that.
Well, and that was the gas wars, right?
And that was the gas wars, yes.
Yep. And that was right after that in 1976 was when all the emissions rules and laws came out. And that's also suddenly the big three couldn't build all the cars that they were building and everything went small
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of all those laws.
Yep. And when you think about it too, is that, and this carries through this narrative, is that commodities have been in a deflationary recession already on their own. So we've had pockets of deflation in commodities, but we've had this inflation in financial assets. It's really created a huge gap.
Yeah, that's that warp, right? That's that bubble.
Yeah, that's that bubble. Of financial assets have taken off because of the inflation in the financial sector. But everything else, including wages and, just about everything else has been going down in price. And I'm actually pretty shocked that gas has fallen and oil has fallen this low.
Yeah, I can't believe it when I see it half the time. I'm taking pictures because who knows if we'll ever see it again.
Yeah, this is deflation really setting in, and the Fed is unable. I think they're willing, but they are unable to stop it.
Then the question is going to be now is they've pulled out all their tools. Are they going to start talking about, are they actually going to implement what they talked about? And actually, are we going to do what other countries did with the 0% or negative interest rates?
What that does to a world reserve currency going to negative is really just it's snowing. It's snowing today.
I did that last week.
Oh my!
Don't you love that? Snow on April 21st.
Yeah, wonderful. Anyway,
sorry, we get distracted by snow at this time of year.
Snowing on April 21st is like rates going negative. That's the analogy.
Right? That's how it popped up like that.
Right.
Andre had a quick question on the sample account. It's not a sample account, Andre. That's a real account. That's 5,000 real dollars I put in there that I traded. That's not, or unless, as long, maybe you mean example and not like paper. But yeah, I did an update. Check out the YouTube channel. It's 95% was the last update from Friday. And just to give you, I don't have to pull it over, but I'm over double on that account now. Here, I'll show you quickly. I did a test on Sunday to see if I could help with the strategy. Don't trade Sunday nights. So I lost money Sunday night. I made it back yesterday, and there's today. I'm at 11.5 now. So I've tripled the account, or I've over doubled the account.
That is beautiful.
That's only trading the MES strategy. There's nothing else I'm doing behind the scenes. That's 1 or 2 trades a day. And when this big spike came, this is when I changed because people asked me if it would scale. I switched from the micro contracts back here, and I went to the full contracts here in the exact same account. So if I look at March, here's where March started. Small dip, small, just moving up. Then I went into April, and here's April.
Yeah, and just FYI for everybody, Tradeovite's day margins for futures contracts is very, very nice. If you do it with TOS, they charge you the full margin. You have to pay the full margin on that.
Right, that's one thing to take into account. Like if you're trying to do this pre-market, you can't. Like I don't do ES trades pre-market because I don't have the margin in this account. Literally, it's $11,000 account. I wouldn't even be able to hold one ES contract with that.
Right, so because the volatility has increased the margin rates. Yeah.
Yep, but I can hold them post open, so that's why I've used it more on the after the fact.
Yeah, remember everybody that as volatility picks up, the broker that you're with can basically charge any margin rate that they want. They feel that will protect them.
Yeah, as long as it's above the CME's limit, they can do whatever they want.
Yep. They don't have to adhere to the CME recommendation limits, the minimum limits.
Yeah, that's just the minimum limit.
That's the minimum.
Weird. We're at 45, so let us know.
Seven,
What?
yeah, it's down 700 points.
It's not done yet. YM alone is 669. Yeah, 692 on the index. 4% over 4% on the NASDAQ. Usually you see, here's a little bounce that other people are like, okay, open down, then it's going to come back up. Yeah, not today.
That's what it used to do.
Right.
It's so 2019.
Now we're at negative 73. It just keeps getting better.
So you guys see a lot of young guys. I see a lot of the young guys who do like YouTube videos on technical analysis and stuff like that, and they have never seen a bear market. I mean, they just have never seen. They've always seen the decline and the V-shaped recovery. They've never seen a real bear market where those bounces just don't last.
Right.
They don't last.
It's that's why I think history keeps repeating itself, is people can't learn, and it's been long enough where they think it's not going to happen again.
Right.
So it just keeps happening again and again and again. It just takes 10-year breaks. Ron's asking if you're confident in Tradeovate's financial strength.
It's the broker. Well, the Tradeovate is only the a platform. You're with the actual broker. I'm with Dorman. Who did you go with, Dan?
I'm with Dorman as well. That's their default when you open an account with them.
Dorman's solid. Yep, Dorman's solid. So you just trade through Tradeovate as a platform. That's all.
Does that make sense, Ron? Did you understand that? Okay, good. Because some people be like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean it's just the platform? I want to make sure we're clear. So awesome.
Yeah, the actual execution is through Dorman. Dorman is solid, very, very solid. I forgot who's the other broker that they offer. There's a couple of them now, I guess. Can't remember the name of them.
I don't recall either.
Yeah.
Phillips, there you go.
Phillips, yeah, okay. Yeah, Phillips is. I don't think I didn't look into Phillips that much, but I think a couple people here mentioned Dorman. Dorman was really good. I looked into them and they look solid.
Well, NinjaTrader is similar, right? That's the platform, and you can have different brokers behind NinjaTrader, right, Michelle?
And I think
that's their default as well.
Yeah, and also NinjaTrader now has their own brokerage as well. So, right? Or is it TradeStation? I'm not sure. But I like the Tradeovate platform. I like it. Oh, same brokers for NinjaTrader.
Okay. Yeah, the most thing that I've liked about the Tradeovate so far is just the execution. Whereas before it was like I'd get in and I'd see things move and then it would fill me. I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's front running me? The broker himself? Thanks.
Yeah,
I know. Voltaire, you're coming on for the last few minutes, but we'll still let you in the door. He didn't hear me yet. He'll hear me in the recording.
Yeah, Voltaire, welcome. We got about 6 minutes left.
And most likely this will be our one and only for the week. Again, I'll verify that for you guys on Wednesday, if we have a Thursday call or not. It's leaning towards not, but not 100% sure yet. So get those final questions in, or as always, hit us up at support@tradingology.com. You guys know the email. And if you're looking for how you get access to the new course, let me know. Everything's out there. I think I've done a decent job of letting you guys know it was available. So it was automatically available if you were already a Premium Plus member. If you need an upgrade, let me know. I'm happy to report that people are doing very well with it and generating income. So I love that people, I feel what you've went through more, Dave, as you create something and people take advantage of it. I like that better than trading myself, even though you always have to watch out for your own business. Just the fact that other people are able to use this and successfully make money, I am just tickled pink. I love it.
Yeah, that is a great feeling. Absolutely. Andre, I'm not quite sure. Andre has a question there.
When you scale on Tradevate, do you just add micros or full contracts? Andre, have you reviewed the masterclass yet? I know you have access. So the short answer is I'm in the position and I scale out of profits. Check out the videos and okay, yeah, review it this week. Yeah, you'll see everything exactly how I do it. Everything's recorded. That's how I scale it. I still need something to do, Sham. I can't just script my levels. You have to have some human element. I like at least doing some part of it, right? It's like having that tactile effect. You need to touch it and feel it.
All right, Brad, have a good one. Yeah, we'll catch up with you on the show.
Yeah, I'll be listening, Brad. So I appreciate you swinging by. Good to see you, bud.
Absolutely.
I know what he means. 10 minutes ahead of time, you got to get all your stuff ready, right?
Yeah.
How's my lighting?
Is my hair okay?
I got to check my hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're fortunate not to be able to do that. I can't do it. It's not a good look for me. You have a little bit of hair, even though I'm going bald anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Why fight it? I've been this way for, I can't even remember how long now.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 years. Steven says, did you finish the internal script? Which internal script are you referring to, Steven? Yes, Andre, there's both YouTube channels on Strong Market and Tradingology. Absolutely.
Yep.
There is going to be a manual part to it, Asham. Yes, I am documenting things as I complete the courses and put up the videos. As you saw last week, I added the overview and a little bit of the advanced that I know you watched, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. But yeah, exactly. Next is going to be some things where I talk about levels and why they are important. I was not working on modified internals that I recall. You mean like these internal scripts or?
Yeah, that one's available already.
Yeah, these are part of the complete market timer system.
Yeah, so those are done. The original is on the left, and the modified one is on the right.
Yep, this is the updated one, and this is the first one.
Yeah, but there's nothing to modify on those internals. They've been working as well in 1992.
Yeah, if you see something that we're not recalling, let us know, Stephen, and we'll
yeah, let me know, because I don't remember saying anything about those unless we did mention it and then we kind of dropped it off. I don't think so, because I have the internals work really well. I have no plans to update those at all. But the volatility script for the VXS, I'm working on this VXX script. I just really like it because I'm really focused on volatility. For me, that's key.
That's what drives everything.
Yeah. And it's also interesting, after the 2018 decline going into that fall, and then we turned the corner on the year and we went into 2019. From January to March of that year, volatility actually decreased, but so did the market. The market went down when volatility decreased. That was like the first time I think I've ever seen that, ever. Very interesting. We had a constant decline in the market, and volatility also declined. Very interesting.
That is surprising, yeah.
Yeah, so I keep that in my memory, because I think after we could have a low volatility decline. I keep that in the back of my mind, in my back pocket and my front pocket, and I pull it out when I need it.
Well, it's like deflationary recession, right? You put two unusual things together.
Yeah.
Just to prep for hyperinflation.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's say oil. I mean, holy cow, the USO is at 290 now,
I was just looking at it.
82%. Look in the overnight. What did it hit in the overnight? Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It hit 230 or 2.3.
Wow. Wow. So, yeah, we could be heading back right down to it. But when was it? What year did it hit at like $120 a barrel?
Oh,
Remember that? It
I
was
do
like,
remember that.
was it 2008 before the financial crisis? Can't remember.
Let's see if I can pull up a monthly chart. Yeah, here we go. Yep, it was right at the peak of the financial crisis.
Yeah, see, so then it took a dive. Was that into 2009? So that was all 2008.
Yeah, this is July of 08. So this window is 2008. I can zoom
Yeah.
in on it.
See, and then it took the dive right into the beginning in March of 2000 and February and March. Yeah, that's when we had to turn up in stocks. Right, that's 2009.
Yep. That's January right here.
Yeah. So I mean, that it could be signaling the exact same thing here with stocks. We'll see. But that was $120 a barrel back then.
That's why I just think about $1.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't comprehend. A barrel of oil is less than $3.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable.
How many can I put in my farm and save my gasoline? Like you say, fill the tank.
Yeah, I've been putting off filling up my gas tank. So
Well, that's the thing is we're not going anywhere.
waiting
So,
for the
when
prices
you
to
don't have to, which is it all makes sense, right? No one's
Yeah.
using gas.
Well, plus gas is declining. I'm kind of like trading my car and gas. It's like if I see gas going down, I'll wait to fill up until it's lower. It's like trading it.
And everyone's funny. They're like, well, the only thing this is really helping on is I'm not putting miles on my lease.
Oh yeah,
So people are happy about that.
yeah. All right, guys. I think we're at the top of the hour here.
Yep, we're about to wrap it up here. So we appreciate you guys joining us. As always, great to see you. Nice turnout. So it must still be a bunch of people working from home and hopefully making money and trading some strategies that we got. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any questions? You know how to let me know. We'll get them answered for you. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, Keith. Thanks, Greg. Isham, Shankar. Don't forget to look for Dan's update for Thursday. Curtis, getting ready to seed planning. Nice. Yeah, we still got snow. So. All right, guys. Have a good one, Dan.
Sounds good, Dave. Appreciate it as always, and stay safe out there, gents.
Yes, absolutely. So everybody stay safe.
See you guys.
Bye.